The National Industrial Court has ordered the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, to call off the ongoing strike, delivering a ruling on the interlocutory injunction filed by the federal government. Justice Polycarp Herman restrained ASUU from continuing with the industrial action pending the determination of the suit. Justice Herman, who is a vacation judge, ordered that the case filed should be returned to the president of the industrial court for a reassignment to another judge. The judge further held that industrial action is detrimental to public university students who cannot afford to attend private tertiary institutions. He said the Trade Dispute Act mandates workers not to embark on strike once an issue has been referred to the industrial court. Justice Aman also upheld the application of the federal government, saying it was meritorious and granted. The court therefore restrained ASUU, whether by themselves, members, agents, privies, or howsoever called, from taking further steps and doing any act in continuance of the strike action pending a hearing and determination of the suit filed. The judge refused to fine the federal government as demanded by ASUU. Tonight, I'm being joined by the national president of ASUU, the University Lecturers Association body. Professor Emmanuel Oshodeke joins us live here in our studio. Thank you so much, Prof, for joining us.
Thank you, Robert.
Apologies. Thank you for your patience tonight.
Thank you.
The struggle continues. Is that the statement that we are hearing from you? Are you appealing the case, or what's the next step for ASUU?
The beauty of the Nigerian legal system is that there are steps. The Judicial Court is the first step, there's appeal court, and there's Supreme Court. So, as a union of intellectuals, we will sit down, we'll hear from our solicitor, our lawyer, and our members, and then we'll take on the next step. Definitely, the decision of the industrial court is not final.
The court asks you to go back to classroom immediately. So when are you meeting? When are you taking the decision? Because the judgment of court is binding.
When we hear from our legal, when we get the proceeding and elect for a lawyer, we'll continue. It's not what I've come here to discuss today because it's purely legal.
What was the reaction of yourself? You were in court, I assume, today, were you?
I was in court.
Okay. And some of your colleagues, what were your reactions at the delivery of the judgment?
Like I said, we are a union of intellectuals. We don't have those emotional things that people look at. They are giving a judge the first step. We have 2 more steps to go. So we are not bothered. We are not emotional. He has a right to give his judgment, and we have a right to appeal.
But the judge made, in the judgment, there were some very instructive part of that judgment, which says, for the sake of those students that are being away from the classroom for over 200 days, since February, are you going to consider that in your decision?
You see, like I said, when I was going, I didn't want to talk about that. But let's go back.
No, I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about the basis of which the court places judgment.
What precipitated the strike? The union just wake up and went on strike? What precipitated the strike? The union had an agreement in 2009, not implemented. Memorandum of Understanding 2017, not implemented. Memorandum 2020, not implemented. Agreement in 2020, thrown away with Musa EGB. Agreement in 2022 with the Mibricks, thrown away. All the issues neglected. Are we happy with the state of our universities? Why are those who have money in this country taking their children away from Nigerian universities and taking them abroad? That is the question we should ask. Will this judgment solve the issue for which we are strike? I sent something to you. I don't know where you have looked at it.
Yes, I looked at it.
You need to
the position of the federal government as of 2012.
We need to show that to Nigerian people. Is our university good? You see, to me, and I'm so happy that when you look, my member have asked them to react, but when you look at the reaction, even NAS, you read it, call the judgment black market judgment. You say you read it there. You read the action of Nigerians. The students for whom you say you are protecting, they say we don't want it. So a student wrote, how can you bring my lecturer you are denied salary for 8 months to come and teach me? So please, what I'm saying, let's leave that judgment. Our lawyer, a very renowned lawyer, will look at it and advise us on what to do. Every Nigerian has his right.
Now, so your position now, let's be clear, is that speaking on behalf of your colleagues, you are not going back to the classroom. You are hoping to appeal
you don't
the
need
case.
to push us to that level.
No, I'm asking a question.
Every person has a right to appeal. The judgment of the industrial court is not final. And I have said, I am not a lawyer. I will have a lawyer representative who will advise us properly and will take the next step. But like I said, every Nigerian has a right to appeal judgment.
So the ASUU is not satisfied with the judgment of today?
Are you satisfied?
No, I'm not part of ASUU.
No, you are a part of, look, you are a part of Nigerian. You are a Nigerian. And when I look at you, you are not one of those who can send Nigerian to Cambridge. We're not. We're just workers. We cannot. Are we satisfied with the system? Are we satisfied with our universities? How come our people are running to Ghana? In the 80s, we said Ghana must go. Why are we?
Were you surprised when the federal government went to the industrial court?
You see, that is the funny part of it. It's really funny. You see, you go to court when your collective bargaining and your negotiation have broken down. We don't have a broken down negotiation with government. We don't. As we speak, so the National Assembly are handling the issue. You read it yesterday, and we reached an understanding yesterday. We reached an understanding on how to resolve this problem in the university system to ensure Nigerian university students go back to university in peace, well taught, in a comfortable environment. We reached an understanding that they are going to meet the president to present to him, and if they agree, the strike is called off.
The pro-chancellors met
with the president. Also met with the president.
And the president said he was going to get back to them.
And the pro-chancellor also met with the president. And the president said, I will come back to you. If all these are going on to resolve the problem amicably in the interest of the system, and the Minister of Labour decided to go to court, you had a meeting with the president on Friday last week. We have a meeting with the Senate this week, the two major arms of the government, and they said we are handling the issue, we will resolve it within a very short time. And a member of that executive goes to court and says, go back to work whether you like it or not.
Do you think that the federal government is not sincere?
Every Nigerian should interpret that. Not the federal government.
What does ASUU think?
This case was taken to court by a minister. And you said to the same minister, come on air, you read it very well, that federal government did not go to court with ASUU. 3 days ago. You read it, well read, I had not been debunked, that the federal government did not take ASUU to court. But we were surprised when we went to the court, the judgment was given in favor of federal government. Who said it didn't go to court? That tells you the type of thing you have as a country. A minister went to air. Who went to the court? Because when we went to the court, the person is the Minister of Labour that put the case to court. Why the executive arm and legislative arm of the government are resolving the issues?
Were you getting somewhere with the Minister of Education in your negotiation? Was there a signal that something good was coming out of the negotiation with the Minister of Education?
You see, Minister of Education is a minister. The higher decision-making person in this country is the president of the country. And the president told the whole country, I have listened to you. I will consult and come back to you. The president of the country. We went to the legislative arm and we finished, and they said, yes, we have reached some understanding. Give us 1 week to meet with the president when he comes back from a trip he went abroad, and we'll resolve this problem. While we are doing this, somebody wants to call to say, you must force them back to school. You see, let me tell you the catastrophe of what has just happened today. It's a catastrophe. The last time this happened was during the military era. You know the catastrophe? I can assure you when this strike is over, a large number of our lecturers are going to migrate from this country. When you are using force to push your lecturer to class. I asked you a question yesterday. The way you are, Oshibaloye. If you go to a hospital and say, the doctor say, this place is not well, do it well. And the owner force the man say, you must go and treat this patient. Will you allow that doctor to treat you? The same thing with the lecturers. You are forcing your lecturer. You know what they did? First of all, they say if we owe them, if we don't pay them, they will come and beg us. And 7 months, it didn't work. I remember I was still alive. And then he went to court, want to force them. It's a catastrophe. No country that is thinking about the future of their children, thinking about the health of the educational system, who believe in education, who believe in the future of this country, whose children are in those universities, we try that.
Prof, what is the way out now?
The way out of industrial disputes is to resolve it amicably as we are doing and I must thank the Speaker of the House of Representatives, as you are doing with the House of Representatives. They are people who were elected by Nigerians across the country, not a minister appointed by one person. Say we are handling this issue, and the minister went to court. I want to force them back. The best way is to follow that path that the House of Representatives and the president of this country has taken. Let's resolve this problem, and not a part taken by a minister. You are just worsening the issue. You can force them back to class, no problem. But let me ask you, if you force them to class, will they do proper teaching and proper examination and proper, have the mind?
Because from the document you sent to me,
yes,
showed the basis of all of the
yes,
state
yes,
of education system in Nigeria. It's a 40-page document, yes, so it's a long. That's why you may not be able to fill up the screen. But it showed the state of education, yes, in the country and what you are agitating, yes, over, that this all needs to be fixed.
And that committee was set up by the federal government.
Since 2012, this document came up.
Yes, and have not been implemented.
What is the danger if this thing is not resolved immediately?
So let me give you the danger. You now have somebody who's graduate biochemistry. You saw it in chemistry, and using stove as a Bunsen burner. Stove as a Bunsen burner. That person graduates, he goes to the public to go and head a parastatal in future. And that's why if you are collapsing, you are having a problem. So it's a danger we are posing. And this thing, it's not a rocket science. We said every year give 200 billion as far back, 1.3 as far back as 2013. See today, 9 years ago.
All right.
And they have not done anything. Prof. And you see the best way to force them to go and teach? Using which facilities? You saw the facilities.
Yeah, Prof. Aluta continua. That's the word, right?
Victoria Aceta.
I wish you the very best, Prof.
Thank you very much.
And in all of this, I know that some of these students are at home now, they're watching, and they want to go back. Some of the students want to go back to class.
The students are with us. They don't want to go back to those shanty places. They are with us. You can call them. Call the student union president tomorrow to come and talk with him.
Thank you.
They are with us.
Professor Emmanuel Oshudake, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I wish you the very best, you and your colleagues.
Thank you.